We talked about tropical forests and how the maximum deforestation, forest degradation, and disturbances are peaking in tropical forests, and hopefully they will keep reducing. But also we showed that the deforestation is often driven by demand and consumption elsewhere, so we have to be careful. Temperate forests, on the other hand, in the mid-latitudes, approximately 25 degrees to 50 degree latitude band, are characterized by milder temperatures, snow, rain, certain types of human activities, and so on and so forth. This is ranked at number 12 with reduced CO2 of 22.61 gigatons by 2050, and again the cost and saving data is two variables, so not reported here. This is typical of what you would expect at those latitude: moss, fern, and southern beech trees in the Fiordland National Park on the South Island of New Zealand, down at those latitude bands. The 3 million acre forested landscape traverses the mountaintops to the seas, with the lakes and forests in between. It is said that rainfall in Fiordland is measured in meters, so the range is quite huge. The steep inclines, deep ravines, and non-stop moisture kept all but the hardiest from trying to inhabit the land until it became a park in 1952. Okay, so the NASA site provides, I didn't put in the website link here, but it's on the next page. Okay, it's from the same page. Shows the range of temperatures for temperate deciduous forests. So temperate forests don't just have deciduous trees, as we'll see in a minute. The average daily temperature range between minus 30 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade, with a yearly average of 10 degrees centigrade. Hot summers and cold winters are typical in this biome, and precipitation on average in deciduous ranges in the northern hemisphere is 750 to 1500 millimeters of rain per year, and vegetation of these deciduous trees includes broadleaf trees like oaks, maples, beeches, but also shrubs, perennial herbs, and so on. I missed something there. Maybe I'll come back to it. So this is not just the northern hemisphere, sorry, this is the NASA satellite-based map showing the deciduous forest of temperate regions, and you can see New Zealand, which we talked about right here. New Zealand is an amazing place for hiking. You can go from one end to the other with these cabins which you can use, and pots and pans which you can use and leave the place clean and keep hiking. And of course Patagonia down here is also amazing, even though windy as hell even in the summer months. This is from the Encyclopedia Britannica, showing the typical biomes or species you would find in temperate forests: evergreen trees, deciduous trees, cone seeds, evergreen branch. These are the deciduous leaves. You can see the differences in structure, broadleaf and needle leaves, which are adjusted to staying green all through the year but not losing too much water when it is cold and dry. So that's the English elm, this is Lawson cypress, and so on and so forth. The deciduous trees, of course, make for beautiful fall colors just before the trees, the leaves fall off, so people often drive like long distances to go see the beautiful colors you would get in these temperate latitudes. The collaboration between World Resources Institute, ESRI, and University of South Dakota, and so on, produced beautiful maps of human disturbances of forests, which you can see here ranked from 0 to 10 based on some scale. But they also created maps of forest cover, various levels of forest health, for example, and they also computed the restoration potential, which obviously is a model-based estimate subject to many assumptions, and implementation is not always clear even if you compute the potential. But this map, which I didn't arrange completely perfectly, shows you where you would recover a lot of the forests if you were to do restoration. So you can see a lot of these temperate latitudes end up becoming much greener with the restoration potential. Of course, there is restoration potential in the tropical forests as well, as we have seen before, but we are focusing here on the temperate forests, where low temperatures, snow cover, and so on do mean lower respiration rates and natural perturbations and forest fires compared to the tropical ranges. But nonetheless, we know that there are lots of wildfires even in these latitudes based on the climate. So overall, we project that temperate forest restoration will expand to an additional 235 million acres through natural regeneration. Though this is much lower than the available area of tropical forest restoration, it still sequesters 22.6 gigatons of carbon dioxide by 2050. So you can try to estimate the areas of tropical restoration versus temperate restoration. Tropical potential restoration is much larger, as we saw with the FAO report in the tropical forest podcast, which you can revisit. Okay, so temperate forests, incredibly good no regret solution.